Alright, we are live. Surprise, surprise, I'm live on a weekday. Shouldn't be much of a surprise, actually. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. I don't know. So, we're currently playing on a, server I've been helping on. But, Tom does stupid things. Tom does stupid things. Give me a moment to, share the screen. And I've also got something to test out. So, gameplay. There we go. Now, let's test something out here. I'm going to add a browser source. And oh. It's working! Look at that, it's working! Alright. There. There we go. It should be working. Okay, yeah, that's working. That is definitely working. Now I've just got to figure a few more things out with it. Like, can I... Alright, yep, that's working. That's working well. Alright, yeah, that's working. Oh yeah, you guys didn't hear the sound. It works, though. It definitely works. Whoa, it works. That's good. That is good news. Alright, and you know what? In fact, let me quickly set up my green screen so you guys can see my face. Give me a moment. Alright, I'm back. Oh, my phone just went off. Screw that. Don't care about it. What the? Oh. Alright. Whoop. Hey, it's working. It's working well enough. It's working good enough. Good enough for me, at least. Alright, let me add in that again. Oh, jeez. Right. It's going to be massive at first. And then I get to shrink it down. There. And now you can see it. Yeah. It works. Oh. Hey, yeah. Apparently it works. It works, it works. That is good. Mm-hmm. Oh, jeez. Yeah, so while we were AFK, my friend decided to do something stupid, and now a lot of things on the server are broken. Again. Yeah, fun. Okay. Alright, need to sort some things out. Huh. You know what? Maybe this isn't the best time to be playing the server now that it's broken again. Alright, mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, so much is just broken, jeez. This is why I don't allow my friend to own servers anymore. At least I don't trust him to own any. Ah, shoot, I've got to turn on desktop audio.
At least I don't trust him to own any.
My viewers have just been hearing me talking, but not you.
You.
I am from Seth Scream. Awesome, you're from Seth Scream. Amazing.
A mixed stream, basically, so far.
Well, no. The joke is, it says Scream, not Stream.
Oh, it's a scream.
Yeah,
I
it's a
get it.
Scream. It's a Scream, not a stream.
Okay. So, oops. Alright.
Yeah, welcome, friend.
Yeah, welcome, friend.
Join. What was it?
It was East SP, but
Oh, that's
probably
great.
not good to join anymore due to the fact that it's all glitched out and broken again.
Oh, crap.
Yeah. Maybe we should move on to another server, and I'll hopefully have it fixed next time we do something like this.
I can't believe it broke.
Yeah, thank my friend for that. the owner of the server, Pillow Pilot. There are boats in the lobby.
It's not glitchy right now. There's only 2 people. And there's only 4 people on the
You
server.
PG? Yeah, I'm PG. I tried to stay PG at least. Yeah, well, the reason why it's glitching is many different problems, such as it's basically getting soft locked.
Oh. Great. What's up, Ryan Animates? Welcome. Oh no! There's no pressure plate. Did you
Yeah,
break
as
it?
I told you, it's quite glitched right now. I didn't destroy that.
Oh, hang on. Yeah. No, why? Oh.
Alright. Ah, oh, this is fun. Alright, well,
Sorry, I was AFK.
that's fine. There's not much to do on the server right now anyways, considering it's quite broken.
Alright. Wait, what are you doing?
Just
Oh, that was weird. You remind me of Bonnie from
FNAF?
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah.
Yes, you are very bugged. Wait, so your server can't reset or anything?
No, it can reset. The problem is all of this is custom coded. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the problem. Meaning that everything here I've done with command blocks. And because of that, that means I have to manually do things for hours to figure out what the problem is. Which I believe I have found, but it still will take me hours to fix.
Okay. Okay. Then... Oh wait, I need my game capture on. Display capture on. Oops. Okay. Minecraft launcher.
Alright, well, guess we're heading over to your server?
Yeah, since you're
Yeah.
uh
Hashtag blame
yours
Tom.
is- yeah. I love it you say that. We're short break. Just because we're trying to fix a problem here.
Yeah.
We'll turn that down. There we go. Oh my gosh, I hope there's not echo. I can already hear it. I'm gonna turn it
Yeah. Don't worry, I'm used to it. Lots of my friends have echo.
Yeah, but my echo sounds a little bit bad on your end.
That's fine.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, hang on a second. See, now it doesn't sound as bad.
True.
Which is weird. I don't know. Weird. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh well.
Okay, I guess I'll get my server going here. Oh no. That's bad. That's
But is it?
bad. That's bad. no.
That's bad. But is it?
Oh, no, no.
The more you
That's like
watch
the
my stream or your own stream, the worse it's going to start getting.
Okay. I might have to remove that. It's not working.
Yeah.
I think because I use a browser for yours, that's why it's doing that.
Yeah, I'm also using a browser. I was able to control my audio, though. Not sure if you're able to.
I couldn't do that for mine.
Yeah, if you, like, when I select mine, one of the checkboxes for me says control audio via OBS.
See, I couldn't do that for yours.
Huh. Strange.
Hmm. I don't know. Maybe I gotta listen to your stream in order to hear it differently. So I feel like if I don't hear it from mine, it sounds different. Let's see. Let me hear it. Let me hear it from. Oh, it does sound different. It really does.
Hmm.
What? That's so weird. But I'm mad. I'm mad.
You're furious.
No, I'd be raging furious right now.
You know, I bet it's because I'm using headphones.
Is Oh, that's not good. Come on. Are you sure that's the case?
I've got a feeling because every time the loud parts roll by with with my stream sound, it'll play through your speakers and you'll hear it. And then your mic will pick it up. And then again it'll play even louder the next time. It's just an infinite loop.
You might want to take the headphones out. Maybe that might fix. I don't know if it'll fix it. Worth a shot. I don't know if it'll do anything.
Honestly, how come you don't use headphones?
Because I don't really have like ones that connect to my computer.
That is always a problem.
Honestly, how come you don't use it?
Oh, there it goes. I hear it.
Because I don't really have. Yeah. We gotta figure that out.
Yeah, maybe.
In order for me to keep it, we have to figure that problem.
Yeah, maybe check around in the settings area for it and see if there's a way to control audio via OBS. Because for me, there's just this little checkbox. Ah, hello Peter. Welcome to the stream. We're here with special guest Seth. There. Perfect.
Thanks.
Yes.
Very descriptive.
Exactly. Those are my qualities.
Yeah, this isn't gonna work. I think what
Sethly. Yes, Sethly.
Yeah, I don't like being called that. I'm sorry.
You know what? Even though because Peter said it, blame Tom.
Still. Okay, I might have to use this. You'll probably see, if you don't see it in my stream, Hopefully it will show for you or not,
Yeah, hopefully.
but you'll see it.
Yep.
Yep.
If I can find the picture. Aha.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Hey
yeah.
Peter, I know you're going to maybe enjoy this. Depends on how much you like to gamble, but I opened up a little contest for my stream thing. And
Alright.
currently,
That's
I've
the
betted 10,000 on myself, and JC has betted 10 on me. Whatever. So wait, is your server up? You're eating fries right now? Awesome.
Okay, so you might see it from my stream. I put your YouTube
Yeah, I see
channel
that.
or picture on my stream for you since I can't get the video from where you're on Twitch. I can't get that.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to take a picture of you, save it on my computer, and leave it because I feel like if you see that, you're going to be like, wait, why is my photo from my stream on your computer? And I'll be like, well, you know. But I don't know if you were.
Let's
I don't
see
know
if
if you
this does
care.
any better. Apparently not.
Which is.
Random. Call me sir.
Okay. I will turn my music back on. Hopefully that doesn't mess up your thing.
It shouldn't.
Okay. We're gonna go to. Which one was it? Ah! Ads! You gotta hate them. That should be an advertisement. Ads! You gotta hate them.
I'm pretty sure there once was an ad like that.
That'd be cool. Ads! You gotta hate them.
I actually
turn the
watched a
music down.
video saying how you should keep your ad block on.
I wonder why.
Said because of like hacking and stuff.
Oh. Alright, I got my music on. My server up. Turn it on, actually.
Alright.
And I have the IP address in my description.
Yeah, I still got it saved. Unless it changed at all.
No, I don't think it would have. Why?
I'm still unable to get in. It's saying can't connect to server.
Yeah, I know. It's because it's gotta turn on and all that.
Alright.
It'll let you, don't worry. Oh, wait. I should be watching my stream chat because I bet all chatting at me and I'm yours. Okay, let me see. Yep. No, wait, nobody is actually chatting.
Looks like
There's
you're
3
just as
people watching
popular
at
as I am
least.
now.
What?
Looks like you're just as popular as I am now.
Almost at, well, actually, I'm only at 436. You're at, what? 60. Dude, you got a long way to go.
Now I'm talking about the amount of viewers you have.
Oh, yes. I'm
Currently
still
at
trying to make, I'm trying to still get more famous in, like, other countries and all that, but obviously it's not working. Well, gotta get out. Wait, where are you from, actually? Just out of...
the States. That's as
Which
far as I'll
is?
go. The United States.
You're not gonna say. That's fine. I don't care.
Yeah,
Don't have to.
that's as far as I'm going to go.
That's fine. I mean, I can always ask afterwards.
Hmm.
Okay. So I need to go to spawn.
Your IP don't
And
appear to be working for me. Is it
what?
still like
It
1.12 or something?
1.12.2. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I got that. Yeah, 1.12.2. Just can't connect for whatever reason.
That's. See, now we're running into the weird problems that was going on your team. Weird. No, it should be working. Did you try? Okay, which one did you try first?
I've tried both now.
No, one of those has gotta work.
I've done ad server, I've done direct connect. I have done everything multiple times. It doesn't seem to want to work.
It's on. It is on.
Huh.
Wait a minute. Oh, I know why.
Did you change the IP or something?
No, I didn't. It's probably because didn't made it say. Wait a minute. Well, that's probably not gonna
Yeah, I'm
matter.
restarting my Minecraft to see if that works.
Yeah.
Nope, still disconnected.
That can't be right. You should be working. Yeah, you should be working.
I'm not sure what to say. It's just not wanting to work.
Oh, wait, hang on a second. Hang on.
Think you found it?
I think I did. Hang on a second. Let me turn it off and turn it back on. Let me try that.
Where's Seth from? I don't know where he's from, Peter.
I'm gonna tell you the same thing. The States.
Perfect. Now, depending on what you've told me so far, I'm gonna guess you're on the East Coast.
Yes. I am.
Nailed it.
Well, you're close, but in that general area.
Yeah. That's as far as I'm able to go
Around-
currently.
Around like
Oh,
Michigan,
hey, I'm able to join.
Wisconsin, Indiana, stuff.
I was able to get in.
I don't. Oh yeah, you did join. Okay, hang on. Blah, blah, blah.
So I'm guessing
Okay.
something was broken.
I don't know what it was. Okay, so I'm gonna turn my game capture off, and I'm gonna do /scene, and I'm gonna immediately. Oh, that's where you're from. I'm not gonna say it, but I know where you're from.
Hmm.
I'm gonna type it to you, but I won't say it out loud
Alright.
on Discord.
Yep. You're good.
Yeah, and now me, don't say it.
Don't worry, I don't
me.
plan on it. Alright.
Yeah. So game mode 1. I'll turn my game capture back on. Okay. So you probably have never heard of the server, but you probably get an idea of what the title is. It's my fan server.
I was on it like last night.
What's that?
I was on it last night, I think.
It wasn't on last night.
Was it not last
I had
night
it
that
off
I
last
joined
night.
the voice call and we did I did a tiny stream after you did a tiny stream?
Wait a minute. Oh wait.
Oh, you're very spot on, Peter. Yes, I do live on Earth.
He's trying very hard. Let me... Okay. Go here.
Ooh, very spooky.
Wait, what are you looking at?
I'm on the server. Knew it.
I know you're on the server, I get that.
I'm doing survival. I found a ravine.
Thanks, Seth B. What? Does he think my last name is B?
No, oh no, he did an emoji. If you're talking about a random person.
Oh. Okay, I see. Oh, see. Oh,
That's the one. It's like glass emoji with the sunglasses. Supposed to look cool, just looks stupid.
Oh, okay, I see. Wait a minute, let me see where you're at. Okay, you are down here. Hang on a second. Are you in the survival world? Hang on a second. Where?
I teleported this. I hit the survival warp thing.
Oh, yeah, you're in survival world. Okay.
What, you think I'm gonna hack?
No, I'm just like, what? Go, because I know I know I did that.
Well,
or I know you went to survival. Okay, so my server is basically drawn to RP, but also survival. If you
Alright.
looked it up on Planet Minecraft.
So is anyone
Pretty
able?
much-
I think anybody's able to join.
If they have the IP.
Yeah.
That's the only way they can get on, is if they have the IP. If they don't have the IP, they're not going to be able to get on at all. Oops.
Alright. Wow, this led nowhere.
Since we can't do what we were gonna do, friend screwed it up.
Mm-hmm.
I know it was an accident, but dude, come on. It was working that.
Yeah, not to name any names, but
Forget him. No, just kidding.
I'm guessing there was some type of, like, creeper around, and he teleported everything to him, and then the creeper exploded.
Wait. What are you talking about? Was there a creeper down here?
No. There was near it. Or, I'm talking about the Spleef server.
Oh, you're talking about your server. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
What are you
Tom
talking
teleported
about?
everything to him, and apparently there was a creeper or something, because then next thing you know, there's an explosion.
Is that what you think it was on your Minehut server?
Yeah, when we joined today. Yesterday we found the glitch after we left and everything. Or the
I'm trying to figure out what you're doing. You're like,
I'm getting out of here.
yeah, good luck with that. You make it to the top, and you don't die, because you probably don't have anything in your inventory. Bucket of water.
I've got lots of iron stuff. I've got
Oh, so you
almost
got the survival stuff.
Oh no, I mined all of this.
Oh.
Yeah. Alright. Where is the exit here? It's near.
Depending on where you mine from is gonna be your exit. Because I don't know where I don't know where we're even at, anyways.
Yeah, I'm just looking. Oh. There's some sign of an exit.
How did you get in here, by the way?
An entrance.
Oh, wait.
That is not mine, actually.
I know, I was gonna say, I thought you put that here, but that's not you. I don't remember that being there. So where are you saying there was a? How did you get in here first of all?
I don't know which one I came from, but I found a cave entrance and I went through.
I don't even see one. Wait a minute.
I see lights. I see light at this wood.
Yeah, but that's probably not the way you came in.
It doesn't matter. As long as it's an
Wait.
exit.
It is. It can be.
I knew it.
Alright, I'll make you stairs. Sec.
I don't need stairs. I'm using the waterways.
Where we're going, we don't need stairs.
Alright, there we go. That works. Oh, hey, this is the hole I fell through.
Oh, this was?
Apparently. I just never noticed the wood. I never placed down torches. That's why. That's probably why. Oh wow, there's a nice little house over here. Ouch.
Yeah, actually somebody built that.
Oh, there's a few buildings over
Alright,
here.
let's see. But if you want to build somewhere, you can. Not here, because this already
It's claimed, yeah.
house. Yes.
But there is a cave. There is a mine
There is a
shaft this
cave over
person made.
here, I found.
Oh, they have a nether portal. I'm just gonna use this. Perfect.
Wait a minute, you don't... I thought you wanted to build a house out here. If not, whatever.
Ah, man, if you ever watch any of my Minecraft videos, you will see I have never built a house in any of my survival worlds. Ever.
Ooh.
Not once.
Ooh.
And I like it that way.
Yeah, but don't you think you want to be don't you think you want to be creative at least once?
No. No, I prefer to focus on better things. Such as making farms so I can have infinite iron.
Hmm.
Oh, this nether portal took me somewhere random in the overworld. Oh, and look, there's trees on fire. Somebody's been setting this place on fire. Wait, was that me? No, it wasn't me. Oh, hey, look, there's a doggo. I don't have any bones. Wait, did I? No.
Oops. I could fix that.
Yep. Nyom.
I don't care, mattress. American Freight, I don't care. Shut up.
You're giving them free money.
No, I'm not.
But you are, because you are letting them advertise.
I have moderation off. I don't have moderation on my channel. Oh my gosh,
Oh, excuse me for a
fix
moment.
that. You're fine. I've been setting this. Oops. There we go. There's more. There better not be more fire somewhere.
I'm back.
Alright. Look at that.
There aren't many mobs. Oh, that's why it's peaceful.
Oh yeah, that's why there's no more. Oh, I found a cave. Nah. Not gonna explore.
I am excited for Netherite.
Netherite.
Yeah, Netherite.
Oh, never.
Yeah, because it's coming up in the new updates. 1.16.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Netherite is stronger than diamond, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go with that.
It's a nice addition.
A nice addition. Yeah.
How well the community is going to accept it, who knows?
Oh, is that coming from your stream or mine? I'm sorry.
Is what coming from what? I don't.
I thought you were talking to me. But you might be talking.
Oh no, I was talking to you.
Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, so you probably don't know where I'm at, but I'm in a town that is pretty big on our server, and it is called the. Oh wait, ignore the big O. I spelled that wrong. But that's what it's called, and that's where I'm at next to a tour because there's a lot over here to explain, and you
Alright.
might not get any at all over here.
Alright. You know what? I'm traveling over.
It's
I'm
gonna take
literally
you a
going to walk
long
there
time to
on
get over,
foot.
pal. I can help you with this. You read the rules when we were on here.
Wait, which rules? Oh, ah.
Alright, you spawn. These ones.
Yeah, I think I read these at
Okay.
least.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I know you read them. Even though you're going back and reading them again.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't care. You can read them if you want to.
Hey,
You can
why
read
am I
'em as
not
a
in
whole.
adventure mode?
Well, you should be. Hang on. Game mode 2. It says you are. I think I said it now. Did it say you were?
I'm not sure. Doesn't seem like anything appeared saying now in adventure mode. But I was able to mine iron into survival.
Set game mode adventure for.
Oh, hey, look, I can destroy the signs.
What?
I can apparently hit the signs. But I don't know if I can destroy any. Here, let's test with the fence. Nope.
Yeah, I won't let you. But I can. Where'd you go?
Somewhere, I'm stuck in a grass block.
Oh wait, I need to see where you're at. Oh, you spawned at a different spot. This actually wasn't the spot I wanted you to spawn at. Hang on a second.
There we go, I can do /spawn.
Yeah, you should be able to do. Okay. So this first one, go to that one. Ah, yeah, you do it. Okay. So you probably don't understand this whole area,
Nope.
but this is Tegatown. This is the first city on the server, the first ever city.
Alright.
You can't kill that guy. He's an NPC.
I don't believe it.
It is. You can't hit him at all. Like I can't. It won't let me.
Oh, hey, AZ, welcome back.
Wait, who? What? Huh? What?
Somebody else just, is now in my stream.
Ah. Okay, so on this server, we have the statue mod. So, here, let me...
I could build that easily.
Yeah, like, Here, let me teleport to... somewhere really quick. Actually, let me go to... here really quick. Oh, shoot. I forgot Alex's thing is down here playing. I forgot about
No
this.
gate can stop me.
Yeah. Wait, what?
What's going on? I'm just playing on this server.
Okay.
His message has
I'm gonna...
strange symbols in it. I can.
Wait, hang on. Wait, what are you talking about?
I'm reading my chat.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And no gate can stop me. I will find a way around every gate.
Okay, so I'm gonna teleport you out here. Hang on a second. Slash back. Hang on a second.
Haha,
Slash
I've done it.
TP you to me. Just really quick. You can always do slash. Okay, so this is like... I can see you. Bro, I'm trying to show you something. I am trying to show you something.
Alright.
Okay, give me a sec. Wait, why isn't my block working? Oh, that's why. There we go. Okay, so I can do, so here, slash statue, create, and watch this. If it works.
Oh.
Yeah, you might want to back up far back.
Ah, this is fine. Hey, it forgot my lips.
I know, it didn't get that. But it is you. But it didn't work. But yeah, we have the statue mod on here.
Alright, neat.
Yeah, and we can go back if we want to. They don't have to be here.
Whoa, oh. For a split second there, I could fly.
Yeah. Oh, also, we have a little... Oh, no, Alex, you did not add that, did you? Oh, gosh. Okay. I don't... That, okay. So, we actually do have a little Christmas thing over here that we... Here.
How do I get out?
Oh, you can't do the fence post, can you? Oh, yeah, that sucks.
Epic.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, yeah, there's another one up here. Shoot. Wait, I didn't even know you could do that. Oh. Oh, I didn't know I could do that.
What's even better if you put fence posts next to nether fences. Nether brick fences.
Eh. But yeah, we did that year, and it had like gifts underneath, and we just like exchanged gifts to everybody.
Awesome. What the?
Yeah. And this big red building is SS. What I did. What are you even doing?
I don't know if you can see it on my screen, but there's a water right here.
I have to see it from your end. Hang on a second.
Okay, I took it.
Seeing it from.
Oh.
Wait a minute. Hang on. Okay, hang on a second. Wait a minute. Hang on.
There we go. Now I can do it. No, it
Wait,
was
let me see.
it broke.
Hang on.
It broke.
Oh. Yeah. How did you wait? How did you do that? Wait a minute. I gotta test this. I gotta test this. I feel like I'm not see. Oop! Wait a minute. Oop! Ah, shoot.
You know what?
Okay. Wait a
Perfect.
minute. Oh. That wasn't supposed to happen.
Did you try
How did
placing
you-
water?
How did you do that?
A magician
Yes.
never. Perfect.
Hang on. Hang on. How the heck did you do that?
Don't ask questions. I don't even know.
That's freaking physics right there. Freaky physics.
I'm trying to do it again. It's not working.
It's not.
No, I guess it was like a one-time thing.
I've never seen that before. I've never seen that. That is freaky.
I wonder if the fake water can save me from taking fall damage. Nope.
I have no idea. Nope.
I will figure it out again. Oh, I did it! I did it! I've done it! Alright, later. Alright, see ya, Easy. I've done it. It's perfect. The visual glitch that lives.
I forgot my dumb chat. Wow, I'm dumb. Oops.
Why is there a hobo on top of the Christmas tree?
Because usually on a Christmas tree, thing that sits on top of Christmas trees, I think that's what he was going for. One of my moderators, I think, was trying to go for. That's why. Don't ask. I'll figure it out eventually, or I'll figure it out.
I also recreated the visual glitch in the mines.
Did you seriously? And even though I'm not, even though I'm not gonna be able to see it. Wait.
Said yo.
Where? Hey, welcome to the stream, man. Where the heck are you? I need to get. Oh, you are in here. Why?
I found my.
Get down to my office.
I found my way in. You cannot stop me. I will find an entrance always.
There is no entrance in here. How did you get through the door? Did you get through the door?
A magician never reveals the secret. I walked through the doors while you were holding them open.
Waffles with syrup. Said that's better. Winking face.
Okay, let's see.
Oh.
No, I'm going somewhere else. Let me see. Where did I want to go?
Oh, hey, apparently I can, like, claim your office.
Wait, what?
I apparently claimed a block over here.
Yeah, you might want to unclaim that.
Oh no, oh no, not again.
Just got home from my evening classes.
Perfect.
I think I fixed it. Yeah, you might want to get rid of that claim shovel. Because I don't want any blocks claimed, because then I won't be able to break the block. Just saying.
Alright, oh look, a wall.
There we go. Gee. Okay, that
Waffles
blocks.
with syrup. Said, and by the way, I give Sad a hug.
Well, that's good.
Oh,
That's good.
okay. Hey, why is there a wall there if it just loops around?
Wait a minute, hang on a second. I gotta. Game mode 1. Wait, what? What wall? Oh, I know what you're talking.
Yeah.
What the heck are you talking about? Also, we have a ball drop back,
Yeah, I saw.
and I know it says 2021, but we all change it like once 20, like for instance, 2020 hit. So we put the sign back over there, and then we just changed 20. We changed it to the next day or next year.
Oh, excuse me for a moment. Alright, I'm back.
Okay. If you want, I can give you light here so you can fly around.
And
Since you
find
don't
more
have
hidden
one,
secrets.
and you might need rockets. Yeah, you're probably gonna need rockets. Where'd you go? Bro, come back here. I'm trying to give you something. Where'd you go?
I always find an entrance.
Alright. Here's that. And... hang on a second. Dude. I'm trying to give you stuff.
Oh, alright.
Boom.
Thanks.
So you can fly around, because I actually have... I'm gonna fly around. Oh wait, I need to see what I'm doing here. Alright. I'm... yeah. Wait. Oh yeah, you might like this. I might TP. Well, I mean, you can fly to me if you want to.
I could. But I'm going to walk around and look.
Okay, I guess you don't want to see what I can.
Ooh, what's this? There's a concrete road over here. Oh, I can't kill the chicken. Oh, Oddfang. Hello, friend. How are you? Oh, I found somebody's base. They have a tiny ender portal.
Fine. Oh, I know whose base. Went to the end. Why not?
Alright, time to earn 1,000 ender pearls. Oh, wait. There are no endermen here.
What did you do that for?
Oh. Oh, hey, I'm on top of spawn.
Are you?
I'm on top of spawn. It got rid of my water and my oh, my furnace is gone as well. Oh well. What?
You.
Woo. Oh hey, what's this? Oh, Cave Town.
You might want to keep going because the thing I want to show you is beyond that town. Well, actually, wait, you went the wrong way.
Nyum. Ooh, billboard. Welcome to Scarab. Okay, cool. Ow. Wait.
I know what I want to. I'll show it to you. I'll you. Because I want you to see it. Because I think you. About.
Oh.
Look behind you.
What's happening? Elf, I can't see.
Hit spacebar. No. What are you doing?
Okay, I'm good.
You are so spazzing out. Okay, I'll fix that. Alright. Nope, other way. Look that way. No. Yep, that way.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Oh, time to get
Look at
killed
that.
by animatronics. Come at me!
No, it's not. It's not how it works. It's not how it works. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. Oh wait. Wait, why isn't it working? Come on. Ah, there it goes. No. Oh, I know I did.
You broke it. Good
No, I
job.
didn't. I know how it works. I know why it's not working. There we go. Hang on. Yep, that's how it works. Okay, that's how. Come on, turn it on. Yeah, there we go. Hang on a second. Wait.
I am determined to get underneath this table. What's over here? Oh. Alright, time to kill some animatronics! When you've had enough of the animatronics, just kill them.
They don't move. It's not how the. I wish it was, but it doesn't work that way.
Waffles with syrup. Said I told him I wasn't gonna die anytime soon.
Good. Alright. Wait a minute. Oh, that's right. Oh, excuse me. Oh, that's right. Wait, what is this? Oh, there's nothing in. Okay. Wait. Oh. Where? Dude, you like seriously disappear like so quickly. Like first I turn around, you're.
That's how good I am. I can escape within seconds.
Wait, I wonder. Oh no, wait, your server's not working. I was gonna go test your server, but I don't know if it's gonna work.
Yeah, it's not going to work because I'm not on there.
Okay.
You will
6.66
never find me now.
Welcome to our stream and channel. 6.66G. X number 2. Said hello.
What's up? Welcome to the stream. I don't know who you are.
You will never find me. Because I
Oh,
am that
really?
good.
Oh wow, I have 5 people watching. That's
Noise.
Waffles with syrup. Said you make me want to be nice, bro.
well, thanks, Waffles. I'm glad you think that.
Waffles with syrup. Said cause you're so cool.
Yeah.
I
You
beg to
can-
differ.
You can give me a hint
Bro
where
Gaming.
you be.
Welcome to our stream and channel. Bro Gaming. Said hey, that was our pizzeria.
I know it was. And now it's not open for some weirdo reason.
That's because I'm in it.
Where you?
No,
I think.
you know, that could have just been a red herring. Or it could have been the truth, who knows. But the 5 mysterious
serious?
murders
You're
were
actually
obviously
in there?
me. You will never know.
Oh, you're hiding in here. I was like, wait a minute, where the hell?
Oh.
Just cracked me up face with tears of joy.
Nyum. Off I go. Nyum.
Oh, I wonder. So, hang on a second. I know a resource pack that you might actually like. So we have the World War One resource pack. I think it's I don't know what it is. It's like 1.1 something. Let me see if I can try and send it to you because you might actually think it's cool. Let me see if I can get to it first.
I have escaped.
or I can try to find the link to it. Hang on a second.
Waffles with syrup.
Actually, yeah, let me do that right.
Deal.
It
Waffles
is
with syrup. Said bro.
World War One resource pack. Yeah, wait. Nope, it's not it. Ah, this is it. Okay, I found it. I'm gonna send this to you. You might actually resource pack. You might actually, because I have it.
Hmm.
So I might actually turn it on myself. Let me go to that one. Yeah, I know, it doesn't work. It's old. I get it.
Waffles with syrup. Said, do you prefer Seth or bro? Do better.
Dude, either one. I honestly don't care. Either one works. Okay, wait. Yeah, I love
Waffles with
this.
syrup.
I love this
Seth or
research
Seth
pack.
Sim.
No, just call me Seth. I like that better. Okay, where's the one?
Oh, Robro Gaming. Hello, friend. How are you? Oh, hey, there's a wolf here. I still don't have any bones. Here, take some string.
Okay, wait.
Oh, excuse me.
Waffles with syrup.
Alright, I've got to quickly go do something. I'll be back in a few moments.
Alright, you're fine. Alright, I need my boot. I need my boots. I can't go anywhere without my boots. That was a Rango reference. You guys don't know that movie? I highly recommend you guys go check that movie out. Oh, I'm the wrong. Hang on a second. I just realized I have the wrong one. Wait a second. Yeah, I got the right skin. I got the.
Said bro, where are you born?
Are you talking to me? You know where I'm from and born. But I'm not gonna say it on stream. Yeah, I got the right skin now. Oh shoot, I shouldn't have done. Shoot, I shouldn't have done that. And this, yeah, boy.
Waffles with syrup. Said no.
Yes, you know. I need.
Waffles with syrup. Said okay, PM me.
Yeah, I need my bow. I can't go anywhere without my bow. Where are my arrows? Oh, wait. Hang on. Grosse Point, Michigan. Alright. Okay, wait. Alright. I'm off to war. Off to war I go. I want to turn off one of the resource packs. Options, resource pack. Take this one out. Real quick. I don't think it will do anything. I don't think it does it. Yeah, do it. Yeah, I'll put it back. Get you slimy. Oh. Do 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 do. Get your slimy. Oh, there's one. I forgot that bullet.
Waffles with syrup. Said I never knew I was a mountain baby that long.
Cool. Did you get the resource pack, by the way?
Yeah, I saw that.
Then you're not going to enjoy what's going on. I have a gun as my bow, and it shoots bullets. I guess it doesn't amaze you that much.
Waffles with syrup. Said, dude, you're cracking me up. RN face years of joy.
Oh, you're over in Saw Market. I would have never guessed you were over there.
I can escape anywhere very quickly.
Uh-huh.
Those who are watching me will not know.
Dude, I'm watching your stream. I know where you're at. Oh yeah, you're not in the stream. You got a bullet on your character. You're not seeing it from your end, but you're walking around with a.
Yes, think of
Oh,
Waffles with syrup. Said, dude, I love the music. Waffles with syrup. Said, I don't try, dude. Waffles with syrup. Said, I'm here for you.
Oh look, there's a school.
did you just go through the toll?
I flew through.
Whoa. Heard.
Oh look, there's a Tongo here.
Waffles with syrup. Said, don't cry, bro. It's okay.
I'm not. I'm not crying. Dude. Whoa. Oh wait, I don't have my elytra. I just realized that.
Waffles
I
with
need that
syrup.
on.
Said, oh, I thought you were.
Nope, I'm not. Wait, F5. Where? Oh, I see where you're at. Oh, wait. I don't remember that being there. Wait a minute. I don't remember this being here. I seriously don't. Who built this? Wait a minute. Who built this? Wait, did you claim this? It says you claimed it. That is fine. I do actually, dude. I actually do not care. If you want this to be your house, I am totally okay with that. Here, I will actually put a sign out. Ben
Waffles with
24
syrup.
45.
Said, I might be finally getting my pass soon.
Okay, I put Ben 2445's hut. That's what I put. And I will put hang on a second, I can put a ladder on here. Hang on a second. Ladder. Oops. There we go.
How to swim 1.13.
Actually, wait. Oops. Actually, we'll do it there. There and there. Okay. We'll just say this wasn't built by you. Actually, it says not built by you.
I'm pretty sure this is just naturally spawned.
Not built by
Waffles with syrup. Said okay, there are 2 other people.
5.
I am
Fun.
swimming. This is nice.
I don't. That is so glitchy. You're not seeing this on hand, but so. That it just looked disturbing. I don't know why. It looked disturbing. I don't know why. Is there a bed in here? No. Oh wait, you actually wait a minute. I'm gonna give you red. Oop, wait a minute. Wait, why? Oh wait, ignore claims. That's why. Duh. Alright, now you have a bed. Oops.
Waffles with syrup.
There we go.
Said, do I love this song?
Where? Wait a minute, I can watch on the stream. I know where you're at. Maybe. Alright. How long have I been streaming for?
Sergio Vasquez. Welcome to our stream and chat. Sergio Vasquez. Said, hey Seth.
What's up, Sergio? Welcome to the stream. Why am I not seeing it? The power of teleportation, my friend.
Waffles with syrup. Said,
Well, I can tell you're in the water. And... yeah, nice try, pal.
Sergio Vasquez. Said, guess what I just found in Street Fighter?
You're being nice. I think... oh. Yeah, let's go with that.
Waffles with
Actually,
syrup.
I'm gonna try this. Oh, that doesn't... wow.
Sergio Vasquez.
Wait, oh,
Said, guess what I just found in Street Fighter 5?
wait, what? Found in... wait, what? Hang on, what? Guess what I found in Street Fighter 5? I don't know what you found in Street Fighter 5. I don't even play that game.
Waffles with syrup. Said,
Okay. Oh, wait. What? That's basically...
That's right.
yeah, my name is Seth Sergio. You're right. Whoa, I almost hit a tree. Holy crap.
Oh, hey, look, it's a prison.
There is a prison over there, but where you're... that's actually an airport, but next to it, yes, it is.
Sergio Vasquez. Said, well, his name's Seth too. Waffles with syrup. Said, my brother's name is also Seth. Sergio Vasquez. Said, female and male.
There you are. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. What are you trying to do?
Chris. Welcome to our stream and channel. Chris. Said, what's good?
What's up, Chris? Welcome to the stream. I've never seen you before, though. Where... I'm not even gonna ask where you're at.
Syrup. Said, oh, no.
Don't worry about him, Waffles. I don't think that's who you think it is. Oh, Robro Gaming is watching your... because I think he's watching mine, too.
I need to get something in my chat.
Yeah, he's one of my fans. Yeah. Yee.
Oh, off I go.
I feel like if I had a big rave, my channel would totally attack if it could.
Probably.
I feel like you should have more subs than I do, but I don't think you're that big, are you?
Waffles with syrup. Okay. Sergio Vasquez said Seth guess what I did to Zangy.
Wait, what? Who did? Wait, what? Huh? Was good? Oh no, no, no. Okay, Seth, guess what I did to who? Who is that? I've never heard of that guy. For what? Oops. I am not lying. Whoa.
Waffles with syrup. Said bro, that's not my brother. Sergio Vasquez said Street Fighter character.
Ooh, okay. Oh, I see where you're at. I see where you're at.
Waffles with syrup. Said that's not the Seth you're thinking of, dude.
Yeah. You have just discovered a Kmart. And somebody actually slash co-owner of my
Sergio
channel.
Vasquez said I buried him in the snow and put him snowman's head.
Whoa. That's not nice, guys. What are you doing? I see what you're doing at Kmart. I know what you're doing. I'll say that. Actually, I can just... I don't know why I'm flying.
Sergio Vasquez said he's never beat me. Waffles with syrup. Said, yeah, you're thinking of my brother. This is wrong, Seth, dude.
I don't care.
Sergio Vasquez said I'm good with Ryuken and Charlie Nash robot. Sergio Vasquez said he's a freaky robot with glasses.
Dude, did you seriously just fly away? Got it. I have a lot of people watching. I need to look at my stream. Oh wait, not there.
Waffles with syrup. Said bro wrong, Seth, go see my brother.
Okay, we only have 4 people watching. What are you talking about? Oh, I know where you're at. Oh, I'm so high up. Whoa. Whoa, I'm coming in hot.
Sergio Vasquez said her brother Seth.
I don't even know where. Oh, I know where I'm at. Oh, I'm still over by this area. Wait a minute. Where the heck are you? No, seriously, I'm trying to find where you... Whoa. Wait, are you breaking stuff?
Said, don't you talk smack about my brother.
No. I shouldn't be.
Oh, no, no. Oh my gosh, I thought I was... Oh my gosh,
Sergio
I thought I
Vasquez.
broke glass. Wait a minute.
Oscar Smith. Welcome to our stream and channel. Oscar Smith said hi.
What's up, Oscar Smith? Welcome to the stream. No, there should be.
Although
Waffles with syrup. Said no, he didn't.
visual. Best part is I can just
Wait, what'd you do? What'd you do? What'd you do?
Sergio Vasquez. Said yes, I did. Oscar Smith. Said yo.
Aw, wait, that didn't work. Aw, wait a minute. Oh, wait.
Waffles with syrup. Said he did, my brother didn't.
Wait, hang on a sec.
Oscar Smith. Said get your gun.
What? Why are we talking about guns? People on my stream, why are we talking about guns? We shouldn't be talking about that right now. We don't talk about that on here.
Waffles with syrup. Said no. Sergio Vasquez. Said waffles or dad suck. Oscar Smith. Said a road.
Well,
Oh, gotta go fast.
Waffles with syrup. Said my dad is dead loudly crying face.
Oh,
oh, you fell from a high place. Wow. Rip. That's weird.
Waffles with syrup. Oscar Smith. Said I liked the bit.
oh no, not again.
Thanks, Oscar Smith. Thanks, man. Thanks for liking the stream. Now,
Oh, no.
what are you babbling about? What are you babbling about? I know what province you're in, dude. I'm not stupid.
Well, the problem is I
Oh, you just gotta keep hitting spacebar and you'll move.
Oscar Smith. Said when why start.
Wait a minute. Oh, I need to go this way. You gotta move around, dude. You can't, you know. Whoa! Oh, I came in hot. Way too hot. I know where you're at. Wait.
Sergio Vasquez. Said waffles I beat our brother.
Ah!
Waffles with syrup. Said
See?
smack about my brother, then
What?
he started. My dad was dead.
What?
Smith. Said Wally shut cool bra.
Dude. I'm not stupid.
I was able.
I don't know what sign you must have hit, but. Uh-huh.
I just gotta.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that works.
Said WYMU. Oscar Smith. Said it's creative.
You're probably not Matt. but you'll probably see me here shortly. Hi. Bye.
Geo Vasquez said, "Cut, I'm good with Ken Masters." Oscar Smith
What?
said,
Oh, wait, so
"Waffles with syrup." Said, "Oh, okay."
Wait, what then? What? What?
it's over here.
What are you talking about?
It is over here.
Oh, your thing. I was like, wait a minute, what are you talking
Waffles with syrup said, "No, I get it. You guys are playing Ken Masters together."
about? I don't understand that, so I'm gonna get rid of that. Wait, my music stopped. Aww. Do. Oh, that's why. I don't care. Oh, you went back to your hut. Your little swamp hut.
Yes. Oh, it's over here.
Oscar Smith said, "Eat."
Oh, wait, I got an idea. Oh, duh. There you go. Yeah, I was gonna say, you should be able to. Oh, you made a boat!
Sergio Vasquez
Yeah.
said, "Waffles are friends burn up like Mexican chicken."
Yeah, you might need that. I'm behind you. Hi. You can't see me because you can't really turn that far. Aw. Sorry, did I steal your boat?
I just need to
So you don't want your boat. I see how it is.
use those apps.
Okay, fine. I'll go put a little hut.
Waffles with syrup
Oh.
said, "Bro, don't be burning my friend when he isn't."
Ah. Hang on. There we go. Back by your. It's parked by your little hut. Ah! Wait a minute. I can probably make this work. But maybe not. Oh, I didn't mean that. There we go. Yeah, this isn't gonna work. Okay, fine. Okie doke. Ta-da!
Neato.
And you just keep running into lily paths.
Oscar Smith
Whoa.
said, "What days are men's?"
Wait, what? Oh, I know why it's not working. Because... Oh. The ladder. That's why it's not working. I was like, wait a minute, why isn't it working? That's why. Come on. There we go.
Buy more, you save more. On furniture. Oscar Smith said, "Soars."
Wait. So...
Oscar Smith said WHT. Oscar Smith said WTF.
I feel bad you're not having anybody. I'm surprised nobody's watching you like at all.
I always have it on you. I try to Peter.
Oh. Oh well.
Waffles with syrup said hi.
I'm just realizing how much Bedrock edition of Minecraft is.
And why is that?
Honestly, I've got a feeling it's mostly like lag. I'm not getting much control. I'm actually at over 100 frames.
Oscar Smith
Mm-hmm.
said boo and Emmy.
And still is able to get that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed you do have both cars, which is good because you don't have a problem, and that's good too. I'm gonna take this armor. Okay. You're just messing with your door.
Geo said waffle. Syrup said yes.
Whoa. Welcome to the little hut of Ben 2045. What are you doing? Did you just break your door that I made? Oh yeah, you... Oh. Wait, I don't know. Let me see. Red. I'm gonna try this. Anvil. Let's see if this works. Probably won't, but I'm gonna... Let's see if I can get this way. Oh.
Are you serious? My mic's been muted this entire time on my stream.
Wow.
Yes, okay, great. Wait, hey, hello, JC, welcome. Alright, there we go.
Sergio Vasquez said waffles Christmas pass.
What are you trying to do?
I'm making my hut homier.
Oh. Oh.
With syrup. Syrup said hut.
Ah.
There we go. Respawn point set. Wait, hold up. I got a better idea. Put an observer here and here.
And here.
What are you talking about?
Observers.
Which is... Be specific.
A block. And a redstone block.
Oh. Okay. Boom.
No, that's a lamp.
That's a lamp.
Waffles with syrup.
That's a redstone. Isn't that what you...
Redstone observer. An observer.
Wait a minute, hang on.
Sergio Vasquez said Christmas stage.
Oh, you're talking about this. Oops.
Yeah. And make it yeah. Here, hold up. Yeah, that's just as I thought.
So not working?
No, if you place one right in front of it, right at this, right before the ladder.
I can't because you're in the way. Oh. Try and get in.
I got in.
Waffles with syrup. Said I can take one or
We're just messing around, JC.
Oh wait, I need to get in. Wait a minute, I got an idea. I can. Oh. Oh. Oops. Wait a minute, I got an idea. Do this. Just so I can get in. I can't. There we go.
Perfect.
Oh wait, did I break it? Oh yes, I did. That's why. Oops. Ah. That's why it didn't work.
What the? Oh. Perfect.
Are you trying to flood your house? That's
Yeah, it's
nice.
spring cleaning.
Didn't do much. Wait.
It's cleaning all the dust.
Oh, that's your lightweight time night
Oh,
as a
snap,
test.
Seth has his own server. Impressive. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was an accident. I didn't need to do that. Whatever.
How
Let me
much?
get that
Oh,
lever
my
back.
glass is done smelting. Epic. Wait, how do I have 2 rails? I'm not gonna question it. Wait a second.
Yeah. I haven't been streaming for... Thought I'd been streaming longer, but I guess
Sergio
not.
Vasquez said Street Fighter 1 foot.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way.
Nope.
That's weird. I think it's because the observer, that's why.
Yeah.
You... Let me see if it will... I don't know if it'll work this way, but I'm gonna try... Why?
Why not?
What's the track for? And it doesn't go anywhere.
Exactly. Hold
I'm
up.
not gonna question.
I know exactly what I need. Okay.
A minecart, yes.
Wait, Okay, I mean, I was right.
Ugh.
Perfect.
It doesn't work. Oh, it just killed you. How does that work?
Alright, see you, JC.
It is so... That is so bad.
Precisely why I made it.
Sergio Vasquez said
In
waffles.
fact, I bet I can improve it if I added 2 minecarts.
Said will do.
Oh, I got it. Thought of a dumb idea, but...
Perfect.
Let me see if this works.
This is great.
Okay, let me see if this works. Minecart. Wait a minute. Okay, let me see if this works. And... Observer. Nope. Oh, wait.
Wait, what happens
crap,
if I have
it's working.
3? It's even better now.
Oh, it's not working. Crap.
Yes, I did it.
No, the Minecraft's working. Shoot.
You will never be able to accomplish what I have accomplished.
Probably because I did it wrong. Whoa. What did you do?
I made more.
Made something.
And it works even better now.
It's because you have multiple cards.
Precisely.
All I'm gonna say is this. As I just
Exactly.
gingerly.
Oh, well, I have to go, friend.
You do?
Yes, I do.
Aw.
Yeah, see ya.
Alright.
Boo-doo-doo. Alright, and as for the rest of you who have actually stayed this long through my chaos and stupidity, thank you. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy your night. Good night, and see you next time.